So what is international law? At its core, international law is a set of rules, agreements, and treaties that countries follow when they interact with each other. Think of it as the rules of the road for nations. Unlike national law, there's no global police force or world government to enforce it, but countries usually follow it because, well, it keeps things from turning into total chaos. It governs everything from war and peace, to trade, to the environment, to human rights. Basically, if countries are involved, international law has something to say. International law comes from a few main sources: treaties and agreements. These are written deals between countries, like the Paris Agreement on climate change, or trade deals like NAFTA. Customary international law. Basically, stuff countries have done for so long it's become an unwritten rule. General principles of law, common legal ideas that most legal systems agree on. Judicial decisions, courts like the International Court of Justice, ICJ, help interpret the law. Scholarly writings, yeah, books and academic papers actually matter here. It's kind of like putting together a giant legal puzzle. There's no one boss, but there's a shared understanding. Here's the big question. If there's no global police, who makes sure countries follow international law? Well, enforcement is tricky. Sometimes the United Nations steps in, especially when peace and security are at stake. There are also international courts like the International Criminal Court, ICC, for war crimes and crimes against humanity, the International Court of Justice, ICJ, for disputes between countries. But most of the time, countries follow international law because they want good relationships, trade, or just to avoid war. It's kind of like playing Monopoly with your friends. There's no referee, but you all want to play again, so you stick to the rules, mostly. Let's look at some real-life examples. The Geneva Conventions. These set rules for how wars should be fought and how to treat prisoners of war. The UN Charter, the foundational treaty that all UN members follow. International climate agreements, like the Kyoto Protocol and Paris Agreement. And when countries don't follow international law, like when one invades another or violates human rights, well, that's when we hear about sanctions, UN resolutions, or international trials. Okay, but why should you care about international law? Well, because it affects everything from the price of your phone to your ability to travel. It protects your human rights, keeps the internet flowing globally, and helps prevent wars. It's what makes the world function smoothly, well, most of the time. Without it, things would be a lot messier. So that's the scoop on international law. It may sound complicated, but at the end of the day, it's all about countries working together, solving problems, and avoiding global disaster. If you learned something new, drop a thumbs up below, and tell me in the comments, what part of international law do you want me to cover next?